Exclusive on High Impact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Sports Hub. Full of the updates and analysis.
AI Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
I've been curious. Who exactly is the youngest swimmer in the world?
Oh, I'll tell you. Alzin Tarek, age 10, is the youngest and fastest swimmer in World Championships history. Tarek has been swimming competitively since the age of 4.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm glad I wowed you.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the shortest basketball player in the world?
I like your curiosity. I'll tell you. Muggsy Bogues is the shortest player in the National Basketball Association history, listed at 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was drafted 12th overall by the Washington Bullets in 1987.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
I'm glad you asked.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the fastest man in the world?
That's very simple. It's Usain Bolt. He is the fastest runner on the planet, setting the world record for the shortest 100 meters sprint time of 9.58 seconds.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're listening to Sports in a Jiffy on High Impact Radio 102.1 FM Lagos.
Midweek edition of the show, Sports in a Jiffy, on your most exciting breakfast show on Impact Show on Impact Radio 102.1 FM, taking you through the nitty-gritty of all of the major stories currently making the rounds in the ever-exciting, ever-dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sport. In case you're tuning in for the very first time, we serve this package every weekday from 10 a.m. down to the flip side of 10, 72 in beats and in pieces, deep train through all of the major stories, 72 fast, a lot of facts, and I'll definitely make it compact for your listening pleasure. Don't forget I can keep track of this update and more by following us across all streaming platforms. We're currently live on our YouTube channel at impact 102.1 FM. And yes, later this will be back on the Sports Up Show between 6 p.m. down to 7 p.m. 1 hour of banter, 1 hour of rage, 1 hour of views, reviews, and all of the interviews. Yes, I'm bringing you updates coming through from the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And we are actually gearing up for that crucial and crunch encounter against the Amavubi of Rwanda right there in Rwanda. Game definitely will be going down on Friday. And of course, a lot of talks are currently going on. Also getting feeds from our colleagues who are right there in Rwanda, bringing updates and talk about the body language of all of the players as well as those that are not even in camp. I will tell you more about that in the course of the show later this evening. To the switch of the back of the net right now, we'll get the show on the road. Ayade Jajibe is my name. Absolute honor to be your host on the show this morning. Start with us coming through from other sports in the world of table tennis. When Nigerian squadron Haruna Hassan overtaken Egypt's Omar Assar to become Africa's highest ranked player in the world, now sitting at 18th in the Week 12 ranking that was released just yesterday. Haruna moved from 19th place in Week 11 to 18th in the latest ranking, while Assar dropped from 17th to 19th. Denmark's Jonathan Groth took over Assar's 17th place, moving up from 18, despite finishing as runners-up at the 2025 ITTF Africa Cup. Haruna's impressive performances at the WTT tournament this year have, however, boosted his rankings, and Haruna now remains the only African male player to have reached the semi-finals with WTT contender Doha, repeating his 2023 feat earlier this year in January. And the next tournament will be the one that will be starting in a fortnight from now. That's talking about March 23 to March to April 20. Of course, right there in India is the WTT contender Chennai. And talking about sport this morning, Nigerian heavyweight boxer Efe Ajagbas expressed excitement ahead of his much anticipated showdown with Martin Bakor, which is scheduled for May 3rd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The heavyweight clash was originally scheduled to take place in New York, but has been rescheduled for the undercard of Saul Canelo Alvarez Super Middleweight Championship against William Score. The rescheduling comes in the wake of Bakor's recent knockout loss to Joseph Parker in February, where the Congolese fighter was defeated in the second round after stepping in as a late replacement for an ill Daniel Dubois. Our more thoughts coming through from athletics this morning said that Top Financial and Energy Solutions, other partners, have now thrown their weight behind the Southwest Games 2025, solidifying the tournament status ahead of its opening ceremony later this month. The Made in Southwest Games, which will be hosted in Lagos, the game-changing initiative poised to unearth exceptional talent and drive sustainable socio-economic transformation in the region. President of the organizing committee, Larry Alfred, stated that their endorsement signals a strong corporate commitment to the development of sport as a vehicle for social and economic advancement in Nigeria and also the region in particular. Before moving away from the home front this morning, ITTF Africa President Waheed Enethan Oshodi has commended Tunisia for its flawless organization of the recently concluded African Table Tennis Championship. Tunisia once again proved its capability by delivering a top-tier tournament to the 2025 ITTF Africa Cup, widely regarded as one of the best organized continental events of the year. The championship stood out for its high level of competition, excellent venue, and seamless live streaming of all the matches. Oshodi lauded Tunisia's ability to host world-class sporting events, saying, and I'm quoting him, that he's very satisfied with what he witnessed in Tunisia, particularly with the African Club Championship. He also extended his appreciation to Loti Gofel and his team for their exceptional effort. Oshodi concluded stressing the need for African table tennis to achieve international world-class standards within the next 4 years. And away from that right now, straight to talk football on the home front this morning, as other teams are currently on the way is the President's Federation's Cup. Couple of matches played already, especially for Rangers International that were dumped out by Kano Pillars right there yesterday in Abuja. Rangers International have, however, dumped out Kano Pillars from 2025 President Federation's Cup. The Flying Antelope defeated Kano Pillars by a long goal in the round of 64 game decided in Abuja. Chidozie Okore's second half strike proved to be the winner for his side in a keenly contested tie. Other matches in the President Federation's Cup will be going down later today, and I will definitely be giving you the result of the matches from across the different centers in the country later this evening between 6 p.m. down to 7 p.m. on the Sports Hub show. Quickly, let me remind you that the Nigerian National League, the NNL board of the Nigerian National League, has extended the resumption of the second stanza in the ongoing 2024-2025 season. In a circular to the clubs, the league body extended the resumption by 2 weeks. It's been said that they are pleased to inform that the board of the Nigerian National League, in response to popular demand, has graciously extended the resumption of the second stanza by 2 weeks. Consequently, the second stanza of league matches in all conference shall commence from the weekend of 4th, 5th, and 6th of April 2025. This is just so that teams will be able to participate in the completion of Ramadan fasting and also the Salah celebration. And now straight to the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, bringing you reports from the camp after the first training session was held in Kigali under scrutiny of the new manager Eric Sekuchele in preparation for the 2025 FIFA World Cup qualifying Group C match against Rwanda Amavubi this Friday. The former Mali coach and his assistant began their work yesterday, putting Victor Osimhen and Demola Lookman, captain William Trostekong, and 16 other Super Eagles stars through their paces in the light training session. The trio of goalkeepers Stanley Nwabali, Amazo Bazoji, and Kairi Bankole trained separately with the goalkeeping coach. The training session lasted for 2 hours, after which the Super Eagles contingent returned to the camp at the Radisson Blue Hotel to refresh. Of course, the camp is now filled to brim right now, because earlier this month it was said that Alassane Yusuf, who traveled from the United States of America, has also touched base with other of the players. We look forward to see how the training session will be going later today as well, straight from the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Still talking about the World Cup qualifiers, it's been said that Congo Brazzaville has been effectively eliminated from the 2026 World Cup qualifiers following its suspension by FIFA due to government interference. The suspension post on February 5 has resulted in cancellation of Congo's scheduled matches against Tanzania and Zambia in March this month, and as a result, the Red Devils are out of the race for the spot in the tournament. Unlike other nations preparing for the qualifiers, the Congolese squad has not assembled for the international break. Well, quick transfer updates coming through, and as regards the Super Eagles player, that's talking about Gabriel Osho, the defender is now looking set to continue his career in France, with reports claiming he has reached agreement to extend his stay at AJ Auxerre. The 26-year-old centre-back who joined Auxerre after leaving English side Luton Town initially signed a one-year contract with an option for 2 more years, and after impressing the club with his strong performances, talks over a new deal have progressed well. According to report, it's been said that official announcement is expected to come through soon from both camp. And away from that right now, straight to Europe, where we start with talks coming through from the world of basketball. And LeBron James had a reaction that caught everyone's attention after his son Bronny James knocked down a 3-pointer in the Los Angeles 125-10 win over San Antonio Spurs just this morning. Bronny who has had limited playing time this season, came off the bench late in the fourth quarter. In just 3 minutes on the court, he managed to score 3 points, hitting 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, but it wasn't the shot that went viral. It was LeBron's response that took everyone by a storm yesterday. And also talking about basketball this morning, Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr has made it clear that Stephen Curry needs to rest to recover from fatigue after a difficult game against the Denver Nuggets. Despite scoring 20 points, Curry struggled, missing 10 of his 14 3-point shots and giving away 7 turnovers in the Warriors' 114-105 defeat, and the loss ended their 7-game winning run, even though the Nuggets were missing key players like Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and also Christian Brown. Curry has been listed as questionable before the game because of a lower back problem, but he still played 35 minutes, and Kerr believes that the team must now focus on giving their star player time to recover, saying he's tired. Steven's been carrying us for a month. He's been amazing. He's tired, so we have to get him some rest. That's in the words of the coach, Steve Kerr. Anyway, from that right now, straight to the world of tennis this morning, where former world number 1 Naomi Osaka wants to play with the big dogs again after battling the 3-set win against Yulia Strabutseva in the first round of the Miami Open. Osaka came from a set down to beat Ukraine star Roseva 3-6, 6-4, 6-3 and claim her first victory since the Australian Open second round in January. It comes after the Japanese player described her first round loss against Camilo Osorio at the Indian Wells 2 weeks ago as the worst match she's ever played in her life. The 4-time Grand Slam winner has had several breaks from playing to prioritize her mental health as well as maternity breaks, and she has not progressed past the third round of a major since her most recent triumph at the 2021 Australian Open. We look forward to see how far she's going to go at the Miami Open that is currently on the way right now. And away from that, still talking more tennis stories this morning. The Players Union, co-founded by Novak Djokovic, has begun legal action against tennis governing bodies, citing anti-competitive practices and a blatant disregard for player welfare. The Professional Tennis Players Association (PTP) has filed papers at the United States District Court in New York, while it is seeking a jury trial. The 163-page lawsuit, which has been seen by newsmen, says professional tennis players are stuck in rigged game, which gives them limited control over their own careers and also their branding. It criticizes the schedule, ranking system, and control over their image rights. The complaint is being brought by the PTP and 12 players, including Djokovic co-founder Vasek Posipio and also Nick Kyrgios. The PTP says it is acting on behalf of the entire player population. Formed in the year 2020, the PTPA wants to increase the power of the players and reduce the control of the governing bodies. In the world of Formula 1, this one is being said that Formula 1 Chief Executive Stefano Domenicali met with the Prime Minister of Thailand to discuss plans for a street circuit Grand Prix in Bangkok. Prime Minister Pentogan Shinawatra has said the government would commission a visibility study into the possibility of a race in the capital from 2028. According to report, there's an existing track in Buriram, the northeast Thailand, which is accredited by FIA, the governing body for the world motorsport. Yes, the F1 schedule of 24 races includes 4 in the Asian Pacific region. Of sport. One thing that Formula One does is that they know how best to expand. We hope that soon and very soon we get to experience some races right here in Africa, just like Lewis Hamilton has been championing that particular course for a couple of years down the line right now. And the world of football this morning, bringing you a quick update coming through. Stock transfers this morning. Christian Eriksen is expected to leave Manchester United this summer and does not anticipate signing for another Premier League club. Don't forget that the Denmark international joined on the free transfer in 2022 and previously had a short spell with Brentford after resuming his football career following that cardiac arrest at the European Championship in 2020. Looking forward to see where next Christian Eriksen will be playing his trade. Today in the world of football, a couple of international matches are going to be played. Football Union of Russia will be hosting a friendly against Grenada. Another friendlies will be including India up against Maldives. Kazakhstan will be hosting Curacao. Other friendlies will be seeing Hong Kong and Macau. Vietnam will be hosting Cambodia. While in the CAF World Cup qualifier, Eswatini will be hosting Cameroon later this evening at 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Liberia will be hosting Tunisia in Group H, while Central African Republic will be hosting Madagascar in Group I at 4 p.m. Nigerian time as well. I'll be back here later this evening on the Sports Up Show to talk you through other stories that are currently making the rounds in the world of sport. I did Jajiboye sign out this morning. I tell you to stay sporty, stay active, drink enough water to stay hydrated. Don't forget to be kind, because kindness is cool. Toluwaseun Akiwumi is here to take you through the rest of your morning on the Morning Impact Show on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Have a blessed and highly favored Wednesday morning. Good morning.
From the greens of golf to the court of tennis and basketball, the octagon of UFC to the square room for boxing.